jokes. I do not need a mic. I'm very loud, and I will just project. I just want to thank everyone who made this night possible, and if I may, sharing this evening with such amazing tribute to Dr. Cooper and to Mr. Stephen Billauer. Just watching the videos just called to mind a Dvar Torah that I shared with my family this past Shabbos. We celebrated not only Shabbat Shira, but we also celebrated Tu B'Shvat. And what's interesting about the Mishnah that tells us about Tu B'Shvat is that it says that Rosh Chodesh Le'ilan is either the 1st of Shvat or the 15th of Shvat. We go with Rav Hillel that says it's the 15th of Shvat, but really a stronger question emerges, which is that if it's the Rosh Hashanah Le'ilan for a tree, so maybe the best way to celebrate this holiday, maybe we should bring in a tree to our house, decorate it, put some presents under it. Nah, just joking. But maybe really what we should be doing is celebrating trees, celebrating the tree that we are here to celebrate. Instead, what's become the custom has become to eat the fruits of the tree. And we eat the sheva minim, and we eat what grows off of the tree. And an idea that we were discussing on Shabbat was that in life, what we really want to be remembered for is what we give. And a tree gives fruit, and it has seeds inside of it to plant what it originated to continue forward. And if I may, I know Dr. Cooper a little bit better, my loss that I don't know Mr. Stephen Billauer, but just from the videos, it seems that they have given such fruits from their families, and working close with Erin, it's unbelievable to even share this evening with them in a way that really what NCSY does is to be able to take that fruit, enjoy it, take its seeds, and plant it in for the next generation. And so what a wonderful and amazing opportunity to share this evening with such wonderful individuals. And if I can, just for a few more minutes, I don't want to take your time. I know I'm the last speaker and everyone wants to continue eating. My dear parents have to catch a flight. But if I can take you back actually a few years ago within this very room, surrounded in these walls, if you hear closely, you can almost still hear the screaming of 150 girls who spent the summer on NCSY Give. A summer program that empowers them, that gives them the opportunity to volunteer in Israel, to learn about themselves, and to do what the Jewish youth really should be empowered to do. Continue on Judaism, love Judaism, be passionate about Judaism. And for the 5 weeks that we have together in this summer program, we do that, and it culminated all in this room. And I shared then a small Dvar Torah that I would like to just share with you this evening, which I really believe, to a certain extent, is what NCSY empowers the future generation with. I told these 100 and some odd girls that were sitting in this room after having an amazing summer, feeling energized and pumped, the following medrash. The medrash comes from Ruth Rabbah, a very interesting medrash. It says that there were 3 people in Tanakh who, if they would have known that they would have been written about, they would have done something a little bit different. Who were they? 1, Reuven, the son of Yaakov. They say that if he would have known the Torah would have written his story, he wouldn't have just suggested to the brothers, you know what, don't really kill our brother Yosef. Rather, he would have taken him, put him on his shoulders, and ran with him back to his father. The second person the Medrash talks about is Aaron HaKohen. He says that if he only knew the Torah would be written about him in the way that it did, he would have not only went to greet Moshe with a happy heart, but he would have brought his drums, and he would have brought a big tambourine or a big marching band behind him to greet him and to welcome him into the leadership position that he had just received. And the third person the Medrash talks about is Boaz. If he would have known that the story would have been recorded, he wouldn't have just given Ruth some food to bring back to Naomi. He would have given her a whole smorgasbord. Everything you see here, back at home. He would have given her more. And the Medrash seems very perplexing. Doesn't make sense to tell me that I would have gotten credit, I would have done something more. How does that even speak highly of Reuven, Aaron, and Boaz? They they did something good, you're going to take away from them and say if they only would have known, if they would have gotten the credit, then they would have done it a little bit better. So I once heard a beautiful understanding of this medrash from Rav Azariah Berzan. And he said the following. He said, often in life, we know what we're supposed to be doing, but we doubt ourselves. We can't take that leap. We're not 100% sure. We kind of know what the right thing to do is, but we're not 100%, and so we don't give 100%. We'll give 90 and secure the 10% just in case it's not true. Said Rav Berzan, the Medrash is trying to show you that anything that you do has to be done with 100%, because who knows? As the Medrash does, in fact, continue, that it says, back then the Navi used to record who did what, but who's going to record the deeds of today? The Medrash concludes, it's Eliyahu, Mashiach, and Hashem who will give that stamp into a new book of new ma'asim, into new adventures, into new things that future generations will bring. So Rav Berzan said on this Medrash that every single person, whenever they do a small act, a big act, has to do it not just 100%, but 110%, because one never knows how far this act will truly go, and that anything that you do is really worth doing 110%, not just 100%, but to be pushed to do your utmost, because who knows? Who knows, maybe your act will be the one recorded, or the act of others will be recorded. And what I think so passionately about is that what NCSY does, it empowers our youth, and it says, give of yourself, not just 100%, but 110%. Come to NCSY summer programs and spend the summer dedicating your summers, but then go back into your communities and dedicate your time there. And when you're learning, don't just take your learning to yourself, but create new learning opportunities in your chapter, in your regions. And we encourage our NCSYers to move to not just their best selves, but to the greatest versions of themselves that are 110%. And I think about who's going to be written in that book, that Eliyahu Hanavi, Mashiach, and that Hashem will give it a stamp of approval. It is our youth. It is the people who are in NCSY today. It's the Margot Boweniks, who are head counselors of NCSY Give leading people. It's the amazing educators in the room who teach our young people Torah, Rebbetzin Avi Lerner. And most importantly, it's the families that we built. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but the NCSY family is just a slice of the family. I have to say that my personal family has become an open door to all of NCSY, and if it wasn't for the amazing acts of chesed that started with my grandparents who are here this evening, all the way in Colombia, opening up their home and leading a life of passionate Judaism, that trickled down to my parents, those are the stories that are going to be recorded. It's going to be those small families that are involved with NCSY, that invite an NCSYer into their home, who teach, who allow ONEGs to continue, who encourage more youth to be involved in NCSY summer programs, and NCSY as a whole, that those are the stories that are going to be recorded by Eliyahu, by Mashiach, B'mheira B'yameinu, and they will have that stamp of approval by HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because it is the stories of those who give 110% that ultimately will be the stories that we continue, the stories that we continue to see in other families, the Billers family, the Cooper family, and that the seeds continue no matter what. And so tonight we really celebrate the fruits of the labor of NCSY. We celebrate those who have come before, and we look forward to the future generation of the candidates and what they're able to accomplish. And we say to them, don't give 100%, but give 110%. For who knows, your story may be the next story that we learn about in the future. So thank you so much for this evening.
Nobody is dumb enough to try to follow Miriam Bornstein. Enjoy some dessert, socialize. Thank you for coming.